If parenting came with a manual, it would be 900 pages long, printed in tiny font, and your toddler would use it as a coloring book. So instead of a manual, you got this video. And today I'm going to share 7 tiny parenting secrets that can honestly make your home feel different overnight. Not because your child suddenly turns into a calm little monk, but because you start playing the game with new rules. Let's go. Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, your kid wakes up. You already know the first thing they'll complain about, and you're ready before it even happens. No yelling, no power struggle, just, "Oh, I knew this was coming. Here's plan B." That's the vibe of this video. We're not talking about buying new toys, reading 10 books, or becoming that Pinterest parent who cuts fruit into star shapes. We're talking about tiny shifts you can try today that change the mood, the energy, and your child's behavior way faster than you think. Let's jump into secret number 1. Secret number 1, the whisper rule. Most parents secretly believe, if I want my kid to listen, I need to sound like a broken car alarm. Spoiler, the louder we get, the more their brain goes, "Oh, this again." Background noise. Here's the secret. When your child is starting to hype up, instead of raising your voice, you lower it. You literally whisper. You lean in and say calmly, "Hey, I need your help with something important." Kids are wired to notice contrast. Everyone else yells. You whisper? That's weird. Their brain goes, "Wait, something's happening." Use this in moments like, before a tantrum in public, when you need them to follow a direction quickly, or when they're already stimulated and more noise will just explode the situation. Example: your child is refusing to put on shoes. Instead of, "Put your shoes on now, we're late," try, soft voice, "Hey, come here. I have a secret." They come closer. "We're running late. Can you be the speed hero and see how fast you can put those shoes on?" You're not just avoiding a fight. You're turning a command into a mission, and your tone whispers, "You're important. I trust you." Tiny change. Massive shift. Secret number 2, 1 decision nights. Here's a sentence no one told us before becoming parents. Tomorrow's chaos is usually planned the night before. Not on purpose, of course. We just go to bed hoping tomorrow will be different. Spoiler: it's not. Tomorrow is Tuesday with yesterday's problems. The secret is, every night, make 1 tiny decision that makes tomorrow easier. Not 10. Not reinvent your life decisions. Just 1. For example, tomorrow, I won't argue about clothes. I'll let them choose between 2 outfits. Tomorrow, breakfast is cereal. No negotiation, no gourmet dreams. Tomorrow I'll wake up 10 minutes earlier so I'm not chasing time. Why does this work? Because parenting isn't just about responding well in the moment. It's about designing fewer battles ahead of time. Let's say mornings are pure chaos in your house. Kids crying, you stressed, everyone late. Your 1 decision tonight could be, I'm going to choose outfits and pack bags before I sleep. Or, I'm going to put the shoes by the door next to the backpack. Will this fix your entire life? No. Will it shave off 10 minutes of stress and 1 argument? Very possibly. 1 small win plus 1 small win plus 1 small win. Your home slowly feels less like a war zone and more like a team that's still tired, still human, but less on fire. Secret number 3, the 10-second pause before reacting. If kids are tiny humans, anger is tiny Wi-Fi. It spreads to everyone in the house in seconds. Your child screams. You feel that heat rise in your chest. You're about to say something sharp like, "Why are you always like this?" This is where secret number 3 comes in. The 10-second pause. No, not for your child. For you. Before you answer, before you threaten, before you lecture. You pause. Count to 10 in your head. Take 1 slow breath. 10 seconds feels like nothing on a clock. But in your brain, it's the time your emotions need to move from react and survive to respond and actually help. You might think, I don't have time for this. We're late. But let's be honest. How many minutes do we lose after yelling? Child crying. You frustrated. Everyone moving slower because now they're hurt and you're guilty. Those 10 seconds are not wasted time. They're a shortcut to a better outcome. In that pause, you can shift from, stop crying, it's not a big deal, to, you're really upset about this. I get it. We still need to go, but I'm here. Same situation, completely different energy. You're teaching your child emotional regulation by showing it, not explaining it. Kids don't learn calm from speeches. They learn calm from watching us handle the storm. Secret number 4, the yes. After trick. Kids hear a no so many times a day it could be their middle name. No jumping. No snacks. No cartoons. No, not now. No, don't touch that. After a while, their brain stops hearing instructions and just hears. You're always wrong. Here's the secret. Whenever possible, swap no for yes after. Instead of, no, you can't have screen time. Try, yes, you can have screen time after we finish homework. Instead of, no, you're not having cookies now. Try, yes, you can have a cookie after lunch. We're not saying yes to everything. We're saying yes to structure. You're sending a powerful message. What you want is not wrong. It just needs a time and place. This lowers instant resistance. There's a path, a condition. The world is not just random adult rules. Of course, sometimes the answer is no. Like when the request is, can I lick the floor? Or, can I jump from the top of the couch like Spider-Man? Then you can totally say, no, that's not safe. But we can play superhero on the floor. Again, no, followed by a redirected yes. Tiny linguistic shift. Huge difference in cooperation. Secret number 5, micro-connections all day long. A lot of bad behavior is just this sentence in disguise. Do I still matter to you when you're tired, busy, or stressed? We imagine connection as big family outings, long heart-to-heart talks, perfect cozy moments with hot chocolate. Meanwhile, real life is you stirring pasta, you answering a work message, someone screaming from the bathroom. MOM, Dad, I need you. Here's the secret. Kids don't need hours of your attention. They need tiny drops of full presence. These are micro-connections. 10 seconds where you stop, look them in the eyes and say, I'm really happy you're here. 15 seconds where you hug them like you haven't seen them all day. 20 seconds where you listen, really listen, to their random story about a blue dinosaur that loves pizza. No phone in your hand. No half answering. Just one moment where they feel, right now, I'm the most important thing. You can sprinkle these moments when they wake up, in the car, before meals, at bedtime. Think of your child's emotional tank like a little battery. If we only react when they misbehave, they learn. The best way to get attention is chaos. Micro-connections flip this. I get attention when I'm calm, when I'm just being myself. It's not about being perfect all day. It's about choosing tiny pockets to be 100% present. Those small drops change everything. Secret number 6. Fix the environment before blaming the child. Here's a hard truth. Sometimes the problem is not your kid. Sometimes it's the room. We often say, why can't you focus? While expecting a 4-year-old to sit still in a room full of toys, screens, and snacks within eye level. Imagine trying to diet while living inside a bakery. The secret is, before you correct your child's behavior, ask, is this environment helping them or tempting them? Examples. Your child never sits through dinner. Check, is the TV on? Are toys visible around the table? Are they starving or already full of snacks? Homework is a daily battle. Check, are siblings running around? Are notifications pinging from every device within reach? They always climb the couch. Check, do they have another safe place to climb, jump, and burn that energy? Tweaks you can try. Turn off background TV during meals. Have a focus spot for homework. A clear table, one pencil, one task. Create a rough and tumble area with pillows, a mat, or a mini trampoline so the couch isn't the only playground. Kids are not misbehaving machines. They're just responding to what's around them. When we adjust the setup, we suddenly notice, wow, they're calmer. Not because we became better parents overnight, but because we stopped setting them up to fail. Secret number 7, narrate the good out loud. Most of us grew up with a version of, you're only noticed when you mess up. As parents, we easily repeat the pattern without meaning to. We say, stop yelling. Don't hit your brother. You're making a mess again. But how often do we name the good things they do? This secret is simple and incredibly powerful. Narrate the good out loud. Not exaggerated praise like, You're the best kid in the universe ever invented. But calm, observational comments like, I noticed you shared your toy. That was kind. You got frustrated, but you tried again. That shows courage. You came to the table the first time I asked. That really helps. You're basically holding up a mirror and saying, look who you are. Look what you're capable of. Over time, this becomes their inner voice. The child who only hears, you're so difficult, starts believing they're the problem. The child who often hears, you're thoughtful, you're brave, you're helpful, starts behaving in line with that identity. Narrate effort, not perfection. You're working hard. You tried again. You calmed down after being really upset. That's big. You're not just managing behavior. You're building a story in their mind about who they are. And that story is what changes everything overnight and keeps changing it for years. Closing, the real, overnight change. Let's be brutally honest. Your child won't suddenly stop crying forever. You won't suddenly become calm, patient, and zen 24/7. Your house won't magically turn into an Instagram-ready sanctuary of peace. But here's what can change overnight. Tonight, you can decide. Tomorrow, I will whisper instead of yell at least once. Tonight, I'll make one tiny decision to make the morning easier. Next meltdown, I'll try the 10-second pause before reacting. I'll swap one no for a yes after and see what happens. I'll give my child one micro-connection moment where they feel fully seen. I'll change one thing in the environment instead of blaming their willpower. I'll name one good thing they did out loud. That's it. Not a personality transplant. Not a parenting makeover. Just one tiny secret you actually try. Because big transformations don't start with giant gestures. They start with one exhausted parent thinking, okay, what's one small thing I can do differently today? And then doing it. If this video helped you feel a little less alone and a little more empowered, remember, you're not a bad parent trying to become good. You're a caring parent learning new tools. That, by itself, already changes everything. Overnight,